Once upon a time, there was a king living in Kumaon, the region of the Himalayas. The king was kind-hearted and compassionate, and he looked after his people like his own family. One day the king went to the hill of Almora for hunting. The Almora hills were covered with thick forest. A stag ran out of the thickets, and the king began to chase it. To the king's surprise, this stag suddenly changed into a tiger and soon disappeared from his sight. Struck by this strange occurrence, the king assembled the wise men in his palace and asked them what such a thing might mean. "It means," they replied, "that on the spot where you lost sight of the tiger, you should build a new city. Tigers only flee from places where men come to live in great numbers." So workers were engaged to build the new town. A thick iron rod was driven into the earth to test the firmness of the ground. By chance, at that very moment, a slight earth tremor occurred. "Stop!" cried the wise men. "The point has pierced the body of Seshnaga, the world serpent. The town must not be built here." And, indeed, the legend tells that when the iron rod was drawn out of the ground, it was found to be all red with the blood of Seshnaga. "This is the most unfortunate," said the king, "but since we have decided to build the city there, we shall build it all the same." The wise men were furious, and they predicted dire misfortunes for the city and the early end of the king's race. The soil was fertile, and the water was abundant. For 600 years the town of Almora has stood on its rock, and the surrounding fields produce rich harvests. Thus, in spite of their wisdom, the wise men were mistaken in their predictions. Doubtless they were sincere and thought they were speaking the truth, but men are often mistaken in this way and take for reality what is nothing but superstition. Little children, the world is full of superstitions, and the best means given to man to discover more of the truth is to remain always sincere and to become always more so in thought, deed, and word, for it is when we avoid deceiving others in all things that we also earn to deceive ourselves less and less.